Ever wondered about the legend of Hikari, the silent samurai whose story is whispered among the sakura trees? Let's turn the pages of time back to the age of samurais, where honor was the highest virtue and the katana, an extension of the soul. In a humble village nestled between the towering mountains of ancient Japan, our tale begins. Here, amidst the serene beauty of cherry blossoms, a boy named Hikari was born. From a young age, Hikari showed a remarkable fascination with the katana. He was a quiet child, his voice seldom heard, but his eyes, oh, they were alive, burning with an intensity that belied his tender years. His parents, simple villagers that they were, quickly noticed his unusual interest in the blade. They watched as he would spend hours observing the local blacksmith, his eyes following the rhythmic dance of hammer and steel as katanas were forged. And then came the day when Hikari held a katana for the first time. It was as if he had found a missing piece of himself. The blade felt like an extension of his arm, its weight perfectly balanced, its edge hungry for the dance of battle. The villagers watched in awe as this young boy, no older than 10, moved with the grace and precision of a seasoned warrior. Recognizing the potential within the silent child, the village elder, a retired samurai, took Hikari under his wing. He saw in Hikari a spark that had the potential to become a roaring flame, a flame that could light the path of honor and justice. Under the watchful eyes of his sensei, Hikari began his journey. Day by day, stroke by stroke, he honed his skills, his blade dancing in a silent symphony of discipline and determination. His movements were fluid, each one a verse in the poetry of combat, his spirit as unyielding as the steel of his katana. And so, the silent child began his transformation into a samurai. The silent samurai, the legend whispered among the sakura trees. Hikari, you are like the sakura in the wind, graceful yet powerful. Your journey begins now. Under the guidance of his sensei, Hikari honed his skills in the art of the samurai. His sensei, a master of the blade, recognized the potential in Hikari's spirit. The silent child with sparkling eyes grew into a young warrior, embodying the essence of the sakura, graceful yet resilient. The days were long, filled with rigorous training sessions and relentless practice. Hikari dedicated his heart and soul to mastering the samurai's art. His katana became an extension of his being, each slash a stroke of poetry, each parry a rhythm of his spirit. But the dance of the samurai was not just about wielding the katana. It was about understanding the warrior's code, Bushido. Honor, courage, benevolence, respect, sincerity, loyalty, and self-control. These were the virtues that Hikari strived to uphold in his journey. As the seasons turned, Hikari's skill and character blossomed like the cherry trees that adorned his village. His silent demeanor and unwavering dedication earned him respect from his peers and elders alike. Yet, his journey was far from over. One fateful day, as the setting sun painted the sky in hues of crimson and gold, a band of ruthless bandits descended upon the peaceful village. Their intent was to exploit the serenity of the humble settlement, but they underestimated the spirit of its people. Hikari, with his katana at his side, stood as the village's shield. The sakura petals swirled around him as he moved with the grace and strength of a storm, his blade dancing in a symphony of courage and resolve. Each strike was precise, each parry a testament to his training. The bandits were repelled, their reign of terror ended by the prowess of the silent samurai. Yet the triumph came at a cost. The village had suffered losses, homes were destroyed, and lives were lost. Among them, Hikari's own family. The victory was bittersweet. Hikari had defended his village, upheld the samurai's honor, but the cost was a scar on his heart, a silent reminder of the path he had chosen. Grieving, Hikari set out on a quest to seek wisdom. His heart ached with the loss of his family, but he understood that the path of the samurai was one of perseverance. He knew that wisdom was not simply the product of experience, but the result of careful reflection and understanding. Hikari's journey took him far from his beloved village. He traversed the rugged landscapes of ancient Japan, crossing misty mountains and dense forests, always guided by the whispers of the sakura petals. His path led him to ancient dojos, where he sought the counsel of master samurais. He observed their movements, their precision, their unwavering focus. He learned to see the katana not just as a weapon, but as a tool of expression, an extension of his own spirit. But Hikari's quest for wisdom extended beyond the physical realm. He delved into the philosophy of the samurai, the principles of Bushido. He learned about righteousness, courage, benevolence, respect, honesty, honor, and loyalty. He understood that the way of the samurai was not just about mastering the sword, but about nurturing the spirit. Hikari immersed himself in meditation, seeking tranquility and solitude. Beneath the sakura trees, he found moments of profound peace. He learned to listen to the silence, to the whispers of the wind, to the rustling of the sakura petals. He realized that wisdom was not a destination, but a journey. As days turned into months, and months into years, Hikari's quest for wisdom transformed him. He was no longer the silent boy from the small village. He had become a ronin, a masterless samurai. His eyes, once filled with the innocence of youth, now held the wisdom of the ages. Years passed, and Hikari returned not as a silent boy but as a masterless samurai, a ronin, ready to protect the innocent and uphold justice. He was a warrior, shaped by loss and molded by wisdom. He was Hikari, the silent samurai whose story was whispered among the sakura trees, a tale of courage, honor, and the silent dance of the samurai. But darkness loomed. An adversary, clad in shadow, emerged. Kuro no Kage, the Black Shadow. A figure as enigmatic as he was formidable, draped in the cloak of the night. His presence was a chilling reminder of the constant battle between light and darkness, a battle that Hikari was all too familiar with. As the moon hung high in the star-studded sky, their paths crossed. Hikari, the silent samurai, stood tall against Kuro no Kage, their blades glinting in the moonlight, reflecting the tension that hung heavy in the air. The dance was about to begin, a dance of blades and shadows, of light and darkness, of honor and treachery. In the heat of the battle, Hikari's mind began to wander back to his training days. He remembered the wise words of his sensei, the feeling of the sakura petals against his skin, the rhythmic sound of his katana cutting through the wind. The memories swirled around him, guiding his every move, his every strike. As their blades clashed, sparks illuminating the night, Kuro no Kage broke the silence. His voice, a cold whisper in the night, revealed a truth that sent a shiver down Hikari's spine. The Black Shadow was not a stranger, but a friend from the past. A friend who had been swallowed by the darkness of the world. A friend who had lost his way. The revelation hit Hikari like a gust of wind, shaking him to his core. His blade wavered for a moment, the echo of their shared past reverberating through his mind. But he held his ground, his resolve stronger than ever. He understood the pain, the anger, the despair that had led his friend down this dark path. As the duel reached its climax, Kuro no Kage spoke, revealing a startling truth. He was once a friend, driven to darkness by the cruelty of the world. And in that moment, Hikari realized that this battle wasn't just about victory or defeat. It was about redemption, about bringing back a friend from the brink of darkness, about rekindling the light of hope. Hikari, in a moment of compassion, offered redemption to his former friend. His heart, steeped in the wisdom of the Sakura, bore no room for hatred or vengeance. Instead, he extended a hand of friendship, a gesture as unexpected as it was profound. In the midst of their dance of steel, the silent samurai and the Black Shadow found themselves at a standstill. The whispering winds and falling cherry blossoms bore witness to a pivotal moment, a moment where the past was acknowledged, the present embraced, and the future, albeit uncertain, held the promise of a new beginning. Kuro no Kage, taken aback, saw not an enemy in Hikari but a mirror reflecting his lost honor. The silent samurai's offer was not merely a chance at redemption, but a call to return to the path of righteousness, a path he had once walked but had strayed from, lost in the shadows of his own despair. In the heart of the Sakura Grove, under a sky painted with hues of the setting sun, the two warriors made a solemn vow, a promise etched in the annals of time, to protect their village, their home, from all who dared to disrupt its peace. Hikari, the silent samurai, and Kuro no Kage, the reformed shadow, stood side by side, no longer as adversaries, but as comrades. Bound by the threads of destiny, their swords pledged to serve the cause of justice. Their story, a testament to the power of compassion and the unyielding spirit of the samurai. The dance of the sakura petals around them was a silent applause, a celebration of their resolution. The wind carried their tale far and wide, beyond the mountains, across the rivers to the corners of the land. And so, the whispers of the Sakura carried the tale of Hikari, the silent samurai, and his journey from a humble village to the heights of honor and courage. A tale that, like the Sakura itself, blooms in the heart of those who listen, inspiring them with its timeless message of strength, honor, and redemption.